1, 2, 3, and...
I think September's nice. How about you?
I'm sick of pumpkin spice. How about you?
There's something in the air.
Probably the flu.
Leaves falling from the trees.
I'm smoking potpourri. How about you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a live edition of Come to Papa! Now, let's give a warm welcome to your host. His head looks like a weather balloon in glasses, Tom Papa!
Fall sweaters, that's my rule. 'Cause in fall I get fat.
The kids are back in school. Thank Christ for that.
Wearing corduroy like a putz.
Squirrels and their little nuts is nothing new, but I like it. How about?
I like it, how about?
We like it. How about you? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Papa. Thank all of you for listening out there in Radio Land, and thank all of you beautiful people who came to join us in our live audience here at the Village Underground in New York City. New York, where you know summer is over because the rats are back vaping in the schoolyards. Now please say hello to the best announcer in the business, the talented Rick Crom, everybody.
Thanks, Tommy. Tonight's show is brought to you by Staten Island Salmon Cakes. Looking for a fish-like sandwich, but don't want to pay those expensive real fish prices? Then get the next best thing, Staten Island Salmon Cakes. They're not really salmon, but then again, Staten Island isn't really an island. Tom?
Thanks, Rick. And now please welcome our band who are so stoned they think this is the Christmas special, Helio, Alves and the Come to Papa Trio. So here we are, approaching the autumnal equinox, the first day of fall, caused by the yearly revolution of the Earth in its orbit around the sun, as the northern hemisphere starts to tilt away from the sun, headed towards winter. It's time to gather the crops and pick the fruit and break out your jacket and spend all Sunday afternoon inside a bar watching football. Or if you're in a relationship, putting on a jacket and heading out to look at the leaves. That activity only happens in a relationship. And really, it should only happen in a relationship. I mean, it's a nice picture. Two lovers walking through the woods, hand in hand, under bright orange and red leaves. It's a nice picture. You don't want to see a single man doing that. A man in the woods by himself is not a sign of anything good. That most likely means he's hunting for something, burying something, or peeing on something. Back in the 1970s, it was more common to see a man alone in the woods. That was a different time. Back then, a man could grow a mustache with all sincerity. He could put on a flannel shirt over his Burt Reynolds chest hair, make friends with a wild grizzly bear, and just walk through the woods. That happened all the time back then. Bears trusted men back then. They would buddy up and catch a fish together, go on adventures together. When it looked like it was raining, the bear would invite the 70s guy into a cave for shelter. They'd share stories, eat berries together, maybe take a nap. It was a simple time. Not today. A bear can't have a relationship with a man from 2018. Today's man isn't to be trusted. Today, a bear thinks he's made a friend, a relationship based on mutual respect. The bear invites him into his cave, thinking, this is just a man, like they had in the 70s. Just a man and a bear getting out of the rain in a cave. Before you know it, the bear looks up from his little salmon snack, and the guy's masturbating in front of him. And you might ask, why doesn't this bear just get out of the cave? But he can't. He's confused and wrapped with fear. He's seen a lot of things in his day. Coyotes, giant elk, rabid raccoons. But never before did any of those adversaries masturbate in his cave, right in front of his salmon snacks. That's what happens today. And it's sad. So you don't see a bear hanging out with man anymore. So if you see a man alone in the woods, run. Fall's coming soon. Nature still holds sway. And our response to it is to turn inwards, drink hot tea, coffee, seek the refuge of a warm bar, gather up thicker blankets, tumble beneath the sheets in the arms of another. So let's celebrate this evening. Let's celebrate fall. Let's fill the air with cinnamon, cloves, order a pint of Guinness, and celebrate fall.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, it's Ryan Hamilton, everybody.
I just want to say that I love fall.
Okay, thank you, Ryan.
No, I mean, I love it. All the apples and the scarves and pies. I love pies.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by.
And the hay wagons and the mushroom caps
I'm sorry, what?
and the little bitty gnomes that live in my yard.
What?
Everybody knows about the autumn gnomes.
No, I've never heard of autumn gnomes.
Come on, Tom. You know the saying, when the fall sweeps across the land, it's time for the gnomes to do their dance.
Nobody's ever heard that.
That was my favorite part as a boy, watching my grandmother take out her autumn bat and just beat them silly. Boy, do I love fall.
Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever had to watch as a good friend just goes batshit crazy about fall and you don't know how to shut him up? Hi, everybody. It's me, Mike Vecchione. You may recognize me from television or from sitting over there. I want to talk to you about Fall Away. It's a new drug that stops your corny friend from acting like an asshole.
Have you ever gone bobbing for apples?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot. Do you see what he just did? He tried to suck us in with a vague image of autumn that doesn't exist. Not for normal people.
One time I went on a hayride. It was so much fun. I put on overalls. I dressed my pet pig in overalls. And we tongue-kissed under the October sky. Do you want to go on a hayride with me, Mike?
No one does. Here, eat this.
What is it?
It's a pill.
I don't like pills.
It's in the shape of a Granny Smith apple.
Ooh, crispy. Yummy.
Just one tablet of Fall Away, and this corny motherfucker will finally shut up. Hey, Ryan, do you want to go to a square dance?
Hell no. What do you think I am? You don't know me. Like, you think I'm a hillbilly or something?
Fall Away. Saving you from corny motherfuckers every day.
But I would like to run out and play in the leaves.
And now, extra strength. Because some people are just too damn corny.
Ryan Hamilton and Mike Vecchione, everybody, with Fall Away. And now please welcome our first comedian of the night, the very talented Chris Distefano, everybody. Chris Distefano!
Give it up for Tom and everybody. You know, I do. I enjoy fall. I like the pumpkins, and I like it. But I'm from Brooklyn originally. You knew that as soon as I fucking opened my mouth. You're like, this kid's a talking sewer. You knew that. You knew who And I don't come from the kind of neighborhood where I can't be open about that shit. I can't say, I can't be like, oh, Vin, you want apple cider? No? All right. I can't do that. And I wish I could, because the truth is I'm a sensitive kid. I really am. Sensitive kid. I'm 6'1", 230. I look like a fucking undercover cop 24/7. But I'm a sensitive kid. I know I have a douchebag haircut, but I'm sensitive. I'm emotional. I remember all my friends' birthdays, and you can't do that where I'm from. It's just not, like, for example, it was my friend Pete's birthday, so I sent him a text, 12:01. I was like, I just want to be the first person to wish you a happy birthday. It's just, hope you have a great day today, kid. 10 hours later, he writes back, thanks, homo. I was like, come on, man, I'm trying to be nice, What the fuck? I don't know why I am, I honestly don't know why Jesus made me 6'1", 230. Because I'm an Italian Catholic kid from New York. It's Jesus for me. It's not God. It's Jesus does everything. So Jesus made me. That's what my mother said. So I don't know why I don't know why he made me big. I don't fight. I'm scared of everything. Like, I'm scared of things I shouldn't be afraid of. Like, not really people. I don't mind. But like ghosts, I fucking can't with ghosts. I just won't. I'll walk past gang members 4 o'clock in the morning, no problems. But if you want me to go into a haunted house, no fucking way. Because I'll say the spirit's going to enter my body through my butt, and I can't be possessed because I didn't go to confession. I can't do it. So I'll clench my butt if you want me to go in that house. So it's a weird, I don't know how to fix anything. I just don't know how to do anything that I look like I would know how to do. I have issues. I have GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. Nobody like me has gastroesophageal reflux disease. It's something like a 75-year-old Jewish woman would have, but yet I have it. Even my own doctor's like, I can't believe you have GERD. I'm like, you told me I have GERD. You're the one that did the tests. Is there a mistake? Oh. What, And things always happen to me. I'm one of those guys. It's always happening to me. It's probably my energy. It's probably the negative energy that I have. But it's always happened. Like, I take medication for the GERD to combat the GERD. And I have a side effect for the medication that I'm the only person in the world that I have this side effect. When I take the GERD medication, I can't sneeze. So it's either have crippling, debilitating acid reflux heartburn or don't fucking sneeze. And when I go through things like that, I need to be in a group. I need to feel like other people are going through it with me. So I'm on forums, I'm on Quora, asking people every day, hey, anyone out there not able to sneeze? I found one kid, this kid Pujvi from Bangladesh. I swear to God, this kid hasn't sneezed in 2 years. 2 years, he has not sneezed, and we talk religiously. We talk every day. We go back and forth about how your day was, how the intracranial pressure was, did you get anything out, and we talk and we bond, and he hasn't signed on to the form in about 2 weeks, and I'm genuinely concerned. Like, I can't sleep at night, because I'm like, did he finally sneeze and his head blew off? Like, what happened to this kid? Why did he just abruptly stop? Why did he leave me alone? I'm like, what happened? Did the intracranial pressure get to a point where his head blew clean off? And is that my fate? I think about that. It's like, is there just a headless carcass in the gutters of Bangladesh? Because the truth is, if I miss his birthday, I'm going to be fucking pissed. So that's the biggest point. He never told me his birthday, and I don't know I just don't want to miss a kid, So it's like an interesting, but I still am from New York City. Like, I feel like when you're from this city, or just any big city, it's a little bit more based in reality. We're on top of each other here. There's millions of people around us. Like, I feel like you grow up in Texas and other places where it's so spread out, you just start to go a little fucking nuts. Like, there's, I get it, you shoot things. It's like, you can't do that here. We're preoccupied. You can't really be racist. It's like, because the people you hate, you're going to see in 5 minutes. So it's just, you're going to turn the corner and see whatever the fucking whatevers. So it's impossible here. And it's better. We're a little bit more based in reality in cities. I think it's a better human condition to live under, you know? But I will be honest with you, though, you got a lot of people now coming to New York and big cities from other places, the hipsters, they call themselves. They come in and they have ideas and they live a different life, and it's a little wild. Like, I have a child. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and that's weird to my new friends. They're like, you're a little young to be a dad. I was like, I'm 33 years old, I have a 3-year-old. They're like, it's a little young. It's like, this was 100 years ago, I'd almost be dead right now. Do you understand that? I'd be dying of tuberculosis right now. My kid would be 28 years old. Like, you can't just say shit. And the truth is, people just say things now because nobody hits them. I grew up in a world where I got hit. I got punched in the face more times than I can count. I just was hit by my motherfucking uppercut. So I just get punched, and it's better that way because then you know when to stop talking. Nobody knows when to stop talking anymore because they think what they're saying is profound. It's like, no, nobody cares about what you're saying. It's just no one's punched you in the nose. That's just the only thing. Well, I've been punched, so I know when to stop. So that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. But now these people just say shit, and you're like, no. Like one of my friends like that, they said to me, he said, just because I don't have children, that doesn't mean I'm not a parent. I'm like, that's exactly what it means. Okay? It's word for word what it means. And because I didn't hit you, you're going to think what you said is actually makes sense, and I'm going to have to fucking like a Facebook group of the Parents with No Children Foundation. And I don't want to have to do that, but, already it's here, and I have to like it or I'm the asshole. I don't support your group, which is fucking, your group is bullshit. But people just go, People just go and they get groups and the mobs, on social media, the fucking mobs. It's interesting. People go wild. And it's interesting what people can just say publicly now that in the past you weren't, like one of these people, we were in a coffee shop and he said, I don't have children, but I have cats, so isn't that the same thing? I was like, it's not the same thing. I can tell you unequivocally that you are not the father of the cat. I'm at least 90% sure I'm the father of my daughter. At least. I'm not, you can never be a hundo, but I would say I'm in the 80s to 90s, but I know you're not the father of that fucking cat. And he got upset. He said, well, I think you're being a little short-sighted, and it's a little, the cats are my children. I mean, come on, man, it's 2018. The cats are my children. I said, what the fuck did you just say to me? He said, the cats are my children. I was like, you're living in one of the only times in history where you're not going to get killed for saying what you just said, okay? Just understand, thank God it's 2018 and you're in your safe space, because I'm going to be honest with you. If this was like 300 years ago and you walked into, let's say, Salem, Massachusetts, and you said, the cats are my children, they would look around and in a millisecond tie you to a piece of wood and set you on fire. That's just what would happen to you. They'd be like, oh, the cats are your children? Fucking witchcraft. And the whole town would clap and laugh at you. That's it. Nobody would care. They were just like, yeah, we got rid of the witchcraft. Thank God. It's not going to infest our children. That this guy's saying he's the father of the cats? What a fucking lunatic. He's out of here. Just your head's rolling down the street. And that's a more tolerable society. Because now you just have people that are just like, nah, this, shut up. Some of these people, you punch them, they'll explode into kale chips. I know that. I'm not a violent person. I don't hit because I don't want to beat anybody up. God forbid I kill someone and they get haunted by their ghosts. I can't do it. I can't. That's the only reason. But listen. And I got, my kid, my daughter, beautiful, my baby, half Puerto Rican, half Italian. It's a nice fucking mix right there. That's an emotional human being, though. It's just But thank God she's diverse. Could you imagine? With me, I look like a fucking tiki torch with a heartbeat. Thank God I have a little diversity in my life, because or else I'm done. You can't look. I have the wrong look. I'm the wrong looking kind of white. I don't look fucking quinoa flea market white right now. And that's the white this is a bad looking, this is problem face white. But listen, that's why I have a Puerto Rican kid, okay? I did it for my career. Absolutely. 100% power move. I'm untouchable now. You can't say anything to me. Now if you're like, oh, what do you have to say, you straight white male piece of shit? I'm like, have you met Julissa? Have a good night. Thank you very much. Papa, everybody.
Chris This was brought to you by Breast Milk Vape Pens. Look, do you have a baby? Does it smoke cigarettes like Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show? Why let them smoke when they can vape? Introducing Breast Milk Vape Pens. All the joy of vaping with new breast milk flavor that babies love. Breast Milk Vape Pens, because Big Tobacco cares about your health. Tom?
Rick Crom, everybody. Rick Crom and Chris Distefano. One more time for Chris. God, he's funny. No, one of the parts I love about doing this show is you get all these comedians, but you also get talented people that do things that we don't do, like this band. All these guys are kick-ass, world-renowned musicians. And Olivia Vessel. Come on up, Olivia. Give Olivia a big round of applause. My talented, beautiful friend who knows how to sing songs.
Sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of
The way you hold your knife, the way you dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
they never meet again
On the bumpy road to love, still I always keep the memory of.
the way you hold your knife,
Oh yeah, baby.
the way we danced till 3,
Oh yeah, we did.
the way you changed my life.
You did, Olivia.
No, they can't take that away from me.
No, they can't.
No, they can't take
That away from me. Take that away.
No, they can't take that away from me.
Olivia Vessel, ladies and gentlemen. Olivia Vessel. Coming this fall, a movie so scary you may never go to the movies again. Never before has a movie been so terrifying, so horrifying, it will leave you in a cold sweat. Critics call it blood-curdling.
We just haven't written it yet.
But it's coming this fall. It will leave your hairs on end and shatter your nerves. This fall, death is waiting for you.
As soon as we come up with the idea.
This fall, a movie so scary that even ghosts and goblins will be extremely uncomfortable. Like extremely uncomfortable.
It just hasn't been filmed yet.
This fall, waiting for you in the dark, waiting to terrorize you,
Destroy you.
even kill you.
As soon as we get a laptop and some of that screenwriting software.
This is the scariest thing you will ever see.
Coming this fall, get ready to wet your pants, you fucking baby.
You can't done see it. Once you see it, and you're gonna see it.
As soon as we figure out what it is. This fall.
This fall. This movie has not yet been filmed. It hasn't even been written, but it's coming.
All over your face.
And now please welcome the very funny Mike Vecchione, everybody. Mike Vecchione.
Thank you, everybody. Keep it going for Tom. And how about the band? One more time. The band. Now clap for England. One more time for... I got into it with a guy from England the other night. He wasn't nice like you guys. He was cocky as shit. I'm like, where you from? He's like, Great Britain. I'm like, really? Great Britain? That's weird because I'm from fantastic America. Take that back to your super nanny. I almost got into a fight with a British guy on behalf of my gay friend because he said the word fag. I guess it means something different over there. I'm like, bro, you cannot say the word fag. He's like, I was asking for a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, but you said, can I have a cigarette, you fag? Nailed it. We pulled it off. Thank you. Wasn't homophobic. It was diversity. I was talking about diversity. Thank you. Like Chris, I'm Italian also. I'm 100% Italian. That's never helped me in my life. I thought it was going to be pretty special when I was 10. Turns out no one gives a shit. The only time I tell people that is when I give blood, because they're like, what's your blood type? I'm like, funny you should ask. 100% Italian. They're like, that's not at all what we mean. I'm like, it's what I mean. Because I want my blood to go to somebody eating, yelling, or holding a grudge for no reason. Because that's what Italians are good at. Thank you, Staten Island. I look like a cop here in the city, and do you guys know that if you tell people you're a cop and you're not a cop, that's against the law? Did you guys know that? I thought it was just acting, but it turns out acting in New York City is a felony. So when I show up to a crime scene, inevitably, somebody is like, are you a cop? And I don't want to say I'm a cop, because it's fucking against the law. So they go, are you a cop? And I go, I'll ask the fucking questions, okay? Seal off the goddamn perimeter, Manzetti. There's usually a Manzetti around, and he's usually pretty incompetent most of the time, guys. Are there Italians here tonight? Thank you, 3 people. Italians get off easy, man. Germany has a stigma for being evil. Yeah. You just applauded yourself into being evil. You guys even know what you're applauding anymore, Germany? Italy gets off easy. But if you check history, Italy fought right alongside Germany during World War II. But we don't catch any shit. And do you guys know why? It's because we have fantastic food. Our food gets us out of a lot of shit. Because after the war, the rest of the world was like, hey, Italy, weren't you fighting right alongside Germany, doing a lot of evil shit? And we were like, well, maybe. But why don't you try some of this chicken cacciatore? Am I evil now, huh? My mother's got a baked ziti in the oven. We're nailing it, guys. Great job. It's a fucking great job. It's a great crowd. Millennials, you guys are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for paying attention. I know it's very hard for your people. I know you're probably on 12 different kinds of medications to make that happen from the articles that I've read. I know you guys have tough jobs as gluten-free web designers, or vegan Uber drivers, or Bitcoin Venmo managers. I'm in my 40s. There were 5 jobs I could have had when I got out of high school. 5 I could have had. There was a band called The Village People. Those were your job choices. I was an Indian chief from 1991 to 1995. That's fucking true, everybody. Okay? What I'm talking about is diversity. That's the name of the game and show business right now, diversity. My manager calls me. He's like, Mike, is there anything in your background that could give us some much needed diversity? I'm like, well, I'm 100% Italian. Does that help? He's like, actually, that hurts us a lot. So if you could not mention that again, that would be a big help. And he's like, what about what's going on inside of you? Is there any diversity there? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, with your feelings. Sometimes do you feel like a woman that is trapped inside of a man's body? Because that's a story we could tell. I'm like, no, that's not really happening. But I was born C-section. So I was a man who was trapped inside of a woman's body. Guys, I don't like to call myself a hero. Feminism. Ladies, you're fucking nailing it. Congratulations. You're very powerful. I can feel the power. But there are some issues that I would like to bring up, okay? About your empowerment. Female teachers are still having sex with their male students. And I think it's wrong. Okay? Because I never got to fuck my teachers. I'll just be honest about it, okay? I was not good looking enough. Too working class. I had to have sex with who? The crossing guard. Exactly. I had consensual sex with the crossing guard. You can't have non-consensual sex with the crossing guard, guys. Because even if she says no and you don't hear it, she has a sign that says stop, okay? Now that joke is about consensual sex, so if you're not laughing, you're a rapist, okay? Ladies, you're very powerful. But I'd like to speak for all the men right now in the room. Guys, I'll handle this. Ladies, please stop cutting our penises off and throwing them out of car windows. It still happens, okay? Mostly in Florida, but it's happening. The police in Florida found a severed penis on the side of the road with a condom on it. I'm like, wow, that guy was worried about the wrong things, okay? It's not fucking funny, ladies, okay? Men are suffering. Hurricane Florence, is everybody okay? Did everybody mark themselves safe on Facebook? The hurricane didn't affect us, guys. But I want to know if everybody marked themselves safe anyway, to bring attention to yourself and not the hurricane, which many people do on social media. My brother and sister-in-law live in North Carolina, and they had some flooding, and their power went out for a while, but nothing really happened. But my sister-in-law is overdramatic, and she texted the family on a chain every 15 minutes in a very overdramatic fashion. Can I get a little mood music, some hurricane music, please? Because I would like to read, but I'll do it in poetry form. I'll read one of her texts that she sent to the family. Is everybody? Thank you. Sorry, let me get prepared. Hurricane update. Power flickering, but still on. Winds picking up quickly, very strong gusts. Trees, some limbs down, lots of swaying. Nothing down yet. Raining by the buckets. Tornado watch until 5. Flood warning until whenever. Worst weather begins around 1 p.m. Thankful for what we have. Absolutely. Prayers! Thank you, everybody. That was a reading. That's from I can't take credit for that. That's my overdramatic sister-in-law basically telling me that everything's fine. In conclusion, everybody, there's a lot of couples here, and you guys are fucking really good looking. Don't answer this question. Just answer it in your own head. It'll ruin the night. Just Just answer it in your head. Is anybody with someone? You're sitting right at the table with them, maybe even touching their leg, and you're thinking to yourself, after this weekend, I don't want to ruin the weekend. After this weekend, this relationship is over. I'm gonna break up with this girl. I can't stand their stupid fucking face for one more week, okay? They're not gonna ruin a whole football season for me. Not this year. They're not gonna fucking ruin it. I've been through a lot of breakups, everybody, and when I break up with a woman, I like to do it at a restaurant because I feel like it's a public place and she won't cause a scene. But can I share a secret with you guys? I mean, no disrespect when I say this. Bitches are crazy now. They will fucking yell at you right in a restaurant. So what I do now is I take her to a Chinese restaurant. That way, if she yells at me, it just seems like she's working at the restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that joke too sweet and sour for some of you? You're acting like I ruined your happy family with that. All right. In conclusion, millennials. My father gave me some very bad advice growing up. I gave you a hard time a little earlier in my set, just a little ribbing. But my father gave me some very bad advice growing up. It's going to sound like good advice, and it's not. I just want to give you a warning, okay? And the advice was this. Always give 100%. Michael, you can't go wrong if you always give 100%. That, my friends, is bullshit. If you give 100% at all times, you will end up in a fucking mental institution. But you have to try sometimes. So what I do now is when I walk into a situation, I look at my cell phone. Whatever percentage my battery is at, that's how much effort I give. Tonight, Tom was like, Mike, this crowd deserves 100%. I said, Tom, 37%. I said, like, unless you have a charger. All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Mike Vecchione, everybody, Mike Vecchione. Italian bastard. I realized that, yeah, we have a lot of Italians on the show and a lot of dudes, and it's because it's Yom Kippur. And oh yeah, all my Jewish friends were like, "You're a Nazi. Why are you having a show on Yom Kippur?" But we got good Italians. One more time, Mike Vecchione, everybody.
Mike was brought to you by Staten Island Leisure Wear. Do you wish you were in the mafia but can't afford to possibly go to jail? Do you want to at least look like you might be in the mafia? Then get yourself some Staten Island Leisure Wear. It's like a tracksuit for people who are too fat to run. Staten Island Leisure Wear. Dress up, you fat fuck ya.
Rick Crom, everybody, Rick Crom. You know, the amazing thing about Rick Crom, which you might not realize, is he's not just an announcer, not just a funny guy, not just a guy in a moderately nice jacket. He's also a very talented singer and songwriter. And there's a off-Broadway play called Musical, which is the longest running off-Broadway play in New York's history. And it's Rick's creation. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's amazing. And, oh look, he's at the piano right now.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Rick. Would you like to share some of your other talents? Do you have a song for us this show?
Yes, you know, in addition to writing the comedy things, I also get sometimes commissioned by people to write special material for whatever cause they might be promoting. And I've just written one, actually. I was commissioned by the Vatican.
Oh, boy. It's Yom Kippur, Rick.
Well, that's why we're going to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Have at it.
But it's a public service announcement. Come and join the priesthood, we need you. For lately we've lost quite a few of our brethren who did things they mustn't ever do. Come and join the priesthood. Come and join the priesthood, what the heck? You'll sport a collar around your neck. That's provided you can pass a little background check. We can't hide your dirt behind the cardinal's skirt. In the past asked when any of us would fall from grace, our first concern was saving face. We'd leave final judgment up to God on high, but now we must also tell the FBI. Recently, the public has been riled by shocking scandals running wild. See, chastity is more than Sonny Bono's child. Be sure of that at least, or please don't be a priest. But if you love our Father and fear the fires of hell, or better still, are a eunuch, please contact personnel. We appeal to anyone who is pure of heart to come and learn the priestly art. Please don't apply if your commitment sways. The Pope says it's hard to find good help these days. Come and join the priesthood, feel the joys of being one the church employs. Just keep 100 feet from any altar, boys. Come and do his will. Come and join the priesthood. We've got a lot of openings to fill. Something like that. That's how it ends.
Rick Crom, everybody, Rick Crom. Good job, Rick. And now please welcome a very talented comedian, a very good friend of mine, Ryan Hamilton, everybody. Ryan Hamilton. A little more love for Ryan. I'm funny.
Are you disappointed? Hello. Sometimes I get this feeling, I come on stage and there's build-up and then I just feel the whole crowd go, no thank you. We've changed our mind about comedy for a while. Let me say something quite obvious. I'm not famous. There might be a couple of people who maybe know who I am, but okay. Listen, I wasn't asking for that. I just think that when I say that, even you would nod your head in agreement and go, yes, you're not famous. I know you, and I feel like it's more maybe a coincidence, I would guess. I have some famous friends, I do. People that if you saw me with, you would think, that really surprises me. I am surprised by that. I'm also surprised, but it's exciting, and I like being with them. People recognize them, you know, it's exciting. Everybody's shouting out their names. One night, I'm out, someone goes, Ryan Hamilton. Now, you don't know this, but that's my name. And I don't like that was the biggest laugh so far, but I'll take what I can. And I like getting recognized, to be honest. I don't think you're supposed to like it. I don't know why, but I enjoy it. I talk to people. I go too far. Sometimes I say things like, would you like a photo? I say that to people. Would you like a photo? What kind of pretension is that? I'm telling you, people put me in my place. They often go, no, we're not. No, thank you. We don't need a photo. I just think if you're going to recognize someone, have the common courtesy to ask for a photo. Don't make me do it. You're putting me in such a strange position, you know? So this guy, I'm excited to talk to this guy, and I want to show my famous friends that I got a fan or two out in the world. And this guy walked up, and he said, I know you from Google. Which was quite deflating. Google. I mean, we're all on Google. What do you mean, Google? You know me from my hot LinkedIn account? Is that what you mean, Google? By the way, you don't want someone to recognize you from Google. I know you from Google. That doesn't feel good. What do you know, exactly? I couldn't let it go. And I said, what do you mean, Google? And then he said this. Well, my name's also Ryan Hamilton. Every time I Google my name, that face pops up. And he said, that face, like he didn't want it walking around with his name, you know, like, finally, I'm going to set this guy straight. I've been waiting for this. And I didn't know how to handle the moment. And I said, do you know what I do? He goes, I think you're a comedian. And I said, 30 seconds ago, I also thought that. I'm not sure now. I said, have you ever seen anything that I've done? And he said, no. And that's when I knew he had made a decision. I knew that he Googled me and he got to a place where all he had to do was hit a button. That was it. And before he hit the button, something inside him said, no, I'll never watch this. I figured all that out. Otherwise, he would have seen me. And I didn't know what to do. And I'm looking at him. And sometimes your mind just throws you something. And I had a realization. In this moment, I was struck with something. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you the wedding photographer from Sacramento? Because guess what, audience? I Google my name too. That's right. That's right. Yes, and indeed he was the wedding photographer from Sacramento, and that's when I knew I had him. You know why? Because I know his work. That's right. I know his work. I've been through his galleries. The Smith-Chantrell wedding was beautiful, and I told him so. I said it, and I said, you're not pulling your weight on the Ryan Hamilton team. And I set him straight, you know? And I didn't need to say this out loud. We both knew. He's about 7 Google searches down from me. I mean, what a loser, right? So I walked away from there with my head held high. I spend a lot of time alone, and I've never had to go to great lengths to prove that fact to anybody. No one's ever said, no, you don't. Sometimes people get depressed when you say that, but there are a lot of advantages to being alone. Did you know this? Let me talk about this. What else am I going to do? That's a weird thing to say. You always get a seat. Did you know that? Every time you get a seat, I go, where's the nicest restaurant in town? And people say, you'll never get in. And I say, I have a method. Just let me know. And I show up, and they go, do you have a reservation? And I go, no. But I'm going to sit alone by the coats in the back over there. And their attitude is like, well, you're so alone, I'm virtually powerless against you. Entrez-vous. Often I get between two people who are having a conversation through me. Do you know that person? I spend a lot of my life just moving my body so that other people can exchange ideas. There's often a lot of interesting things flying by me, and I just, let other people live life. This is all going on. Sometimes people tell me jokes and I don't get them, which really makes me question my career choice. I don't understand jokes sometimes. Do you ever hear a joke and just respond with a question? But why would he do that? Oh, it's a joke. Okay. So this is all going on. The bartender comes up to me and he says, as a joke, mind you, he says, we're getting some complaints that you're talking too much. Now, here's what I want to tell you. At that moment, I did not understand that he was joking. I didn't get it. I'm telling you, my honest reaction in that moment was fear. Fear. Fear struck my heart, and I went, oh no, why would anyone ever complain? I'm doing no harm. I'm alone by the coats. And he said, I'm joking. And I said, oh, okay. And then he said, but what do you do for a living? It's like people won't let you live your life, What do I do for a living? Well, I'd rather not say, to be honest. I can think of no reason that I should tell this human being at this moment that I'm a professional stand-up comedian. Hey, you know that joke that you just told that I didn't understand? You're not going to believe this. I do that for a living. I'm a pro at that. We don't want to tell you. No comedian ever wants to tell you they're a comedian. We will lie to your face. We will. If you've ever met a substitute teacher, 30% chance stand-up comedian, I would say. Because we know the conversation. We know what's coming. What do? I'm a comedian. I've never heard of you. Well, you're not helping. Then comes this one. Tell me a joke. I'd rather die, to be honest. Tell you a joke? I don't even know how that works. I'm very alone. Are you laughing? I'm just trying to take care of myself. That's it. Trying to take care of my body. Sometimes I realize I'm working on my posture, my body. Just in the middle of the day sometimes. Do you ever just have to do this? Just go, oh yeah, I'm an erect human being. I had no idea. Sometimes, like, why am I amongst giants? Oh, I'm also one of them. So I'm just trying to move my body and figure out ways to feel good. I see people running, and I don't enjoy running. I don't understand it. But I see people who they're graceful and they carry themselves long distances. I've never seen myself run, but as I'm running, there's just a constant thought repeating over and over in my head going, this doesn't look right. I don't think one leg is doing a lot more work than it should. One arm is too close to my body. And I finish and the cardio feels good, but then I just have this thought, when you factor in the joint damage, I don't know if I came out ahead or not. So I'm trying to learn things. I'm trying to pick up a sport. I tried to learn a sport as an adult. Have you ever tried to learn a sport? It doesn't stick as an adult. It's difficult. I tried to pick up tennis as a grown person. They said, you're holding the racket wrong. I said, I'm out. I'm holding the racket wrong? How little natural aptitude do I have for your sport that I'm holding the racket wrong? By the way, there's only one handle. I wouldn't know how to hold it another way. If you put a gun to my head and said, hold this differently, well, I'd probably have to die. I'm not learning your dumb sport. I don't care. I just wanted to move my body. It's not worth it. I want one of those sports that you have later in life, like tennis or golf or skiing, like a rich white person sport. We don't have, they're always out there with their sweetheart, like, we've been doing this for 40 years, I don't have one of those. I was a skateboarder kid. That doesn't carry. You can't show up at the skate park as a 42-year-old man going, I just want to get some activity in. I just maybe get my heart rate up and break a femur. Like, Florida retirement communities aren't littered with half pipes, You guys have been great. Thank you very much.
Ryan Hamilton, everybody. Ryan Hamilton. Olivia is not only a good adult singer, she also moonlights, has a popular children's show called Olivia's Corner.
Hi, boys and girls. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Olivia.
I just love this time of year so much. Back to school where we get to learn.
Yeah, me too.
Some people don't like going to school because of the bullies.
Oh.
Were you ever bullied, Tom? Me too. Yeah. But don't worry, I have a song just for you and anyone else who's ever been bullied before.
Thank you.
Have you ever had a bully who's picking on you? You want to try to stop him, but what do you do? Other adults might tell you what's wrong, but if you follow my advice, he'll be long gone. Cause I think the best way to put him in his place is walk up to him and punch him in the face! Kick him in the cock and get out of that place. If a bully is a jerk, don't take offense. Everything can be solved with just a little bit of violence. Everything can be solved with a little violence. I used to have a bully when I was a kid. I would act like a wimp. I just ran and hid. But then one day I saw the light. Yeah, I changed my ways and I began to fight. Well, punched him in the face and he was done. Now I got 99 problems, but a bully ain't one. Yeah! What if a bully says, meet me at the flagpole, grab him by his hair and drown him in the toilet bowl? If a cyberbully's mean on Skype, find out where he lives and hit him with a lead pipe. What if a girl is picking on you? Well, here's what your punk ass is going to do. Let's just say she's calling you a wussy. Well, don't stress out. Just near her the meow, near her the meow, near her the meow. I can go where it counts and do it right now. What if the girl is bigger than you? Call her fat. Then punch her in the face! Insult her appearance and get out of that place. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everything can be solved with just a little bit of violence. Everything can be solved with a little violence. Everybody! Everything can be solved with a little violence. Sing voices you all have.
Olivia Vessel, everybody. Olivia Vessel. And now I'd like to bring up a poet. We're cultured on this show as well, and being it is fall and that's the theme, I'd like to bring up the very talented poet Chris Distefano. Everybody, please welcome Chris.
Hey, what's up, Tom? I'd actually prefer if you just introduced me as D.
Excuse me.
Well, Chris Distefano, it's the comedian side of me, but when I present my poetry, I don't want to be that shallow guy who's always just playing for the cheap laughs. So.
All right.
Yeah, so I go by D.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So.
Oh, you want? All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the great poets of the day, D.
Thank you, but I'm sorry. I hate to do this again, but could the audience just snap instead of clap? Is that possible?
Are you serious?
I mean, I'm D, Just one more time. I'm D.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the great poets of the day, D. So, D, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, I have some poems that I wrote about fall because it's my favorite season. Well, not my favorite, but it's pretty good. Anyway, I wrote a poem about it. So,
all right, great. We'd love to hear it.
All right. Yeah, thank you. This one, it's a story of fall romance because this time of year, I don't know if it's the weather or what, but it just gives me a boner.
All right.
Okay? All right. So anyway, here it is. I call it fall. As we sit here at the end of September, it's always good to remember there's really no season quite like fall you ever feel like you want a ball. It's a time to run and jump and play, and not in some sissy girly way. So put on your boots and grab your girl, toss her in some hay and give her a whirl. If you're like me, you understand all the things that make you a man, like raking leaves and chopping wood and banging broads really good. It's not really summer, but not winter either. It's fall, you fucktard.
Wow, that was deep. That was deep.
Yeah. I know, I almost cried when I wrote that one.
Wow. That was great. Well, thank you. That was Chris. I mean, D. That was D.
Yeah, I actually have another one.
Oh, great.
If you got yeah?
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Okay. This one's it's a little deeper. It's about a deeper love. I'm always reminded of the special dates I've been on when autumn arrives. But not like with some Tinder date, but with someone who you truly love.
All right, that sounds great.
So this poem, it's titled Leaves. It's autumn, and whenever my girl asks me to go upstate and look at the leaves, I hear a little voice inside my head that sounds like this. Fucking no! I'm not looking at fucking leaves! Thank you.
Wow. All right, thanks, D. Thank you.
I actually have one more. Can I do one more? Do you have time for one more?
You want one more?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, one more.
Great. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. This is a poem that I wrote about winter because, to be honest, I like it more than fall, It's a little heavy, but, just, This one's a little deeper. All right. Snowflake, snowflake, look at you, resting there upon my little shoe. You have Christmas cheer and wit, not like fall, that ain't got shit. You're so much better, winter, you really are. You're better than herpes, syphilis, and my old shit car. Tom might like fall, and that's okay, but it's just because he's old and kind of gay. But give me winter anytime, with soft fallen snow in the street sublime.
Wow, that was beautiful.
I'm fucking D, everybody.
Yeah, D, everybody. Give it up for D. Showed a lot of heart there at the end.
That beautiful poetry was brought to you by Polly's Pet Pampers for Men. Are you tired of walking your dog? Have you considered buying him some diapers? Well, if you don't want to walk him, why walk yourself? Introducing Polly's Pet Pampers for Men. Put one on your dog, one on your ass, and enjoy hours of urinating without ever leaving the couch. Polly's Pet Pampers for Men. Enjoy them, you lazy piece of shit.
Have you guys had a good time tonight? Have you enjoyed yourselves? You've been a good crowd. You've laughed in all the right places. We really appreciate you. And thank you for helping us bring fall in such a nice way. I'm going to bring up our last act of the evening. He's a good friend of mine. He's a talented musician and author and comedian, Mr. Dave Hill, everybody. Dave Hill.
Thank you. Wow. Stop it. Come on. Give yourselves a hand. Well, thanks for having me, Tom. I love watching you try to do your thing out here, month after month, no matter what happens. Time for it. And the band, anything goes, right? That is great. I love that. Yeah, it's cool. Out there. Anyways, I like doing your show, and but this one especially when you said the theme was fall, I was like, definitely showing up for that one. I love fall. I love the trees, like they'll be green and then be brown the next day, and no one knows how or why. And I love the fall outfits, like you put on a shirt and then just be like, hang on real quick, I'm gonna throw on a lightweight jacket, I don't give a fuck. And then I'll throw on a scarf, fuck off, you know, or you put on another jacket, just do whatever the fuck you want. And have you heard about pumpkin spice?
Yeah, pumpkin spice is everywhere.
I'm on it right now. Yeah. I'll hook you up. And the best part is Halloween, getting out there and, you know, running all over the neighborhood, getting candy with the kids. I love that.
You have kids?
No, I do not. Which is the best part. You just fucking run ahead of them and and sometimes I'll triple bag it.
Triple, what does that mean?
That's when you have your own bag of candy, but then you steal bags from two kids. You know, like growing up, you always hear like, oh, some kid on Fairmont got pushed to the pricker bushes by a grown man in a Snoopy outfit. Those rumors, they got to come from somewhere, Tom. That's me. That's where I come in.
That sounds terrible.
No, you wait till you see my bedroom the day after Halloween. You wouldn't say it's too terrible then. Candy everywhere. But enough about all that.
A lot of times when you come on the show, you do a song for us.
Yeah, so aside from the chit chat, as anyone who follows my career from the very beginning is well aware, I have the voice of an angel.
Yeah.
And tonight I wanted to do a Neil Diamond song, but I know how you do not like Neil Diamond one bit.
No, that's not. Don't
do it.
That's not true. I like Neil Diamond. I like Neil Diamond doing Neil Diamond.
He's great. Yeah.
The problem is when other people try and do a Neil Diamond song, they can't sing it like themselves. They always break into Neil Diamond.
I've heard that, but I don't do that. When I do Neil Diamond songs, it's Dave Hill doing Neil Diamond, like just my own.
No,
it's my own.
It happens to everybody.
You would think it's my song the way I do it.
No, I don't.
You would swear.
No, please don't.
No, Rick. Let's give him a taste.
Oh shit. Does this have anything to do with fall?
You'll see. Stay for just a while. Stay and let me look at you. It's been so long. I hardly knew you. Standing in the door.
Sounds so much like Neil Diamond.
Stay with me a while. I only want to talk to you. We're traveled halfway around the world to find ourselves again.
I hate this.
September morn. We danced until the night became a brand new. No, come on.
No. I I didn't even want to
But
do
you're
it.
doing the Neil Diamond thing, but I'm
No,
not
I'm
too
following
loud.
you.
Just play it sentence still can make me. Let's go to the next verse. Look at what you've
September
done.
morn.
No, we're on the next verse. Look what you've done. How are we doing on time? Why you become a grown-up girl? I can still hear you crying in the corner of your room. And look how far we've come. It's so far where we used to be.
It looks like it hurts.
But not so far. And here it does. I'm pointing to my heart, radio listeners.
This is the fall part.
How it was September morn.
I see the theme.
It's the month. Do you remember how we danced that night away?
Look how pissed the drummer looks.
Too low, we'll let you kick in, jazz man. Too low, play for a minute. September morn, still. Rick, take a solo.
I really apologize for this.
Didn't say make it loungy, but go ahead. Sing it. I'm gonna make everyone sing it.
Shit.
The Nightmare Cassette. September morn.
You're all doing Neil Diamond.
We danced until the night became a brand new day.
They can't sing along with this. No one knows the words.
I don't even know the words, and they're right here. They're hiding in plain sight. September morn. Still. How long does this show go on the radio?
It's
Rick,
long.
play us out. Oh, now we're modulating. Jesus Christ. September morn. Is the next show on now on the radio, or is this show
No,
still on?
it would stay. This part's staying in for sure.
Jesus
to
Christ.
teach you a lesson.
All right, I gotta go up.
Dave Hill, everybody. Dave Hill. Dave Hill, everybody. Dave Hill. Did you guys have a good time tonight? Well, we thank you so much for coming. We love doing the show every month. You can also listen to it on podcast if you want to download it for yourselves when you're alone in your car trying to celebrate fall. And wherever you're at this year, whether it's been a good year, whether it's been a shitty year, enjoy it. This is it. This is the final couple of months. This is it. It's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Boom, boom, boom. It's over. You're dying. So these are the good parts, guys. Don't save it up. Don't say maybe next fall I'll be. No, now. You all had to come down those steps to get in here. There's going to come a day when someone's going to ask you want to go see the show? And you'll be like, oh, are there steps? And that's how you're going to decide things. Are there steps, and is it going to be too loud? Those days are coming. So enjoy it. Wherever you are right now, you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're rich. You're rich. I know that you're rich. I'm looking at some of you. My friend here from Northampton, Southampton, not even the good one. The shithole of England. You're rich. When you're poor and have no money and no responsibilities, you don't realize how rich you really are. You have a shit car? Oh, do you have a shit car there in Southampton? Yeah, what is it? A Ford Focus. Yeah. Anywhere you go in the world, that's a shit car. And that's okay. You know why you're rich? You've got freedom. Say you like Star Wars. You do. You find a Darth Vader head, a plastic Vader head, glue it right to the hood. You can't do that with a leased Mercedes. They won't let you. You can with a shit Ford Focus. Put on a Chewbacca mask. Get in the Vader mobile. Go the wrong way down the highway. Everyone's going to get out of your way because they know you're poor and have nothing to lose. These are the good times, everybody. And we thank you so much for coming out. Let's hear it one more time for everyone you've seen tonight. Thank you to all the people here at the Village Underground. And let's hear it for everyone you saw tonight. Chris Distefano, Mike Vecchione, Dave Hill, Ryan Hamilton, Olivia Vessel, the amazing Rick Crom, Helio Alves, and the Come to Papa Trio. Thank you, and enjoy your life. We'll see you next time.